everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is MISHTI scheme and it has a full form, and the full form is Mangrove Initiative for Shoreline Habitat. Shoreline means along your coast, okay, and tangible incomes. Okay, so we are going to understand about this scheme. I can already see people joining. Good morning Shalini, good morning Ayush. All right, so why we are going to study about this scheme? Because see, if you look at this news, this is of just recent, right, of this month only, and this particular scheme was in detail covered. Okay, so what is the scheme all about and what are our expectations under it and everything we are going to cover in this particular session. But before that, here is an announcement for all the regulatory bodies aspirant. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI and about SEBI, then all the detailed information has been comprehensively given along with the hierarchical structure that is there, what will be your role once you join the organization and everything. After that, all about the recruitment process, how many phases are there, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the pattern of examination, what is the syllabus, what is the previous year cutoff trend says about the difficulty level of the examination, along with all the doubts that an aspirant have, all have been covered. And at the end, we have given some steps also that you can follow on your own if you're going for self preparation. That will definitely help you to guide through during that time. So do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are free of cost, and the link of them, it is provided in the description box below. Good morning edits. Okay, now first see what's first when we are talking about that. Okay, this scheme, it talks about the mangroves and its you can say reinstallation. But what are these mangroves and why do we need to conserve them? That is the first thing, right? So if you look at the mangroves, so these are usually the you can say for a tree or any species that exist in the wetland areas. Wetland areas means here what happens, the land is there, right, but it is covered with water, like there is excessive water that exists in a particular place. ठीक है, हिंदी में दलदल बोलते हैं, तो दलदल वाले एरिया में whatever the trees that are that can be grown, those are known as mangroves. ठीक है, अब currently if we talk about India, around 5,000 kilometer square of our area, it is somewhere around 0.15% of the जोग्राफिकल एरिया. ठीक है, कितना इट इज कवर्ड विद मैनग्रोव्स. वैसे एग्जैक्टली देखिए तो हमारी जो इंडियन स्टेट फॉरेस्ट रिपोर्ट 2021 के अकॉर्डिंग इट्स लाइक 4992, बट अप्रोक्सीमेटली यू कैन यूज दिस टर्म. तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 5,000 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर के अराउंड है. ठीक है, अब what happened, but during the time the people, they started, just like deforestation, it is happening everywhere, similarly it was happening in this mangroves region also. ठीक है, ये delta region जो आपके coastal shoreline region where mangroves used to exist, so this deforestation started happening there also. And it's being said that between 2010 and 2020, like around this decade, around 62% of जो ये एरिया था उसको हटा दिया गया था. समवेयर अराउंड 600 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर के अराउंड, मतलब काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिफॉरेस्टेशन इस जगह में देखा गया, राइट. सो अंडर दिस स्कीम, अंडर द मिस्टी स्कीम, व्हाट इज़ द एम. तो एम इज़ क्या है, प्लान क्या है प्रोग्राम का. द एम इज़ टू हैव दिस 540 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर एडिशनल एरिया. ठीक है, विद इन अ टाइम स्पैन, 5 years के टाइम स्पैन दिया इन्होंने खुद को. गवर्नमेंट हैज़ डिसाइडेड दैट इन दिस 5 years वी विल एड और वी विल डू reforestation and afforestation of the mangrove species. ठीक है, reforestation means where initially a forest existed, now deforestation has happened, so reforestation means again making that a forest, so that is reforestation. Afforestation is what, that in new areas if you are adding trees, that is the afforestation. ठीक है, अब ये कितनी states में cover होगा, 9 states and 3 union territories. If you yourself refer to news, I would say I agree that this number you might be getting confused, because see even in PIB also, if you look at it now, sometime it is 11 states 2 UTs, sometime it is 9 states 4 UTs, but we have to go for the latest one. So the news that I've added from where we just started, and at the end also I'll show you the news. In that latest news, that is of February 2024, this number has been given, which is 9 states and 3 UTs. So if you have to refer, always refer to the latest information that is there, right. Before that, was there any typing mistake, or maybe they have in the back end they have added or subtracted UT states, that is not our concern. But you can also challenge only if you have the authentic information that is there, right. So in PIB's latest news, 9 states and 3 union territories have been given. So I would recommend to memorize this data and not the rest of the data. ठीक है, तो ये क्या था, so these are the, like, what are mangroves we have studied. Now how are they useful? First of all देखो, in such regions, ठीक है, जो delta regions होते हैं और coastal regions where mangrove exist, definitely there is a lot of different variety of species of aquatic organism also, as well as the trees that exist, right? So we have to conserve these areas. Apart from that, it also helps in coastal protection. How does it help? For example, imagine if, you know, in any ocean, if tsunami is bound to come, right? So these areas, they will act as a barrier between the communities or the cities and the tsunami or any other natural calamity. So it's actually acting as a coastal protection also. And also these plants, as plants have the capability to stop or to reduce soil erosion, definitely it will help in such cases also. So coastal protection karta hai, it prevents soil erosion, it helps with the natural calamities, right? Apart from that, it's been said and observed, right? So it's in the report, it's been said that कि जो आपके mangrove region होता है, जो this ecosystem, the mangrove ecosystem, it can you can say it can absorb 4 times the carbon which any normal forest ecosystem it can absorb. Okay, so here you can see that how much this carbon release or emission that can happen in the atmosphere, it's being conserved, or you can say the pollution is being reduced because of the mangrove ecosystem also, right? So that is why it is also one of the important reason that, you know, mangroves should be conserved. Apart from that, definitely fisheries and livelihood opportunities can exist in such environment. And at last, tourism and recreation is also one of the reason, right? For example, if you're going to West Bengal or Sundarban region, there are this recreation facilities that is there, or tourism, like you can go through there through boats, right? So that will provide the employment opportunity to the local people there also, right? Because they will act as guide, they will take you out in the boat, right? So for that also they will charge some money, so it will help them to have employment also, right? So we can see there's a lot of reasons why this mangrove ecosystem, it needs to be conserved, right? And at international level also, if we see, so these are pictures from your Sundarban डेल्टा, ठीक है? एंड एज यू कैन सी हियर, जो हम reforestation and afforestation की बात कर रहे थे, so these pics you can have an idea about it, right? So at an international level also, we have one mangrove alliance for climate, and this was launched when it was launched at the 27th आपका जो COP हुआ था, conference of party, and of what we are talking about, definitely of the climate summit की हम बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? तो उसमें ये एक mangrove alliance for climate, it was launched, and our country which is India, it was also part of it, ठीक है? जो हमारा country है वो भी जो launch हुआ था, and whatever countries that were involved in launching this particular mission, in that India was also part of it, right? So इसके अलावा कौन कौन है, as you can see, UAE है, Indonesia है, ठीक है? Then we are part of it, Sri Lanka, Australia, Japan, Spain. So we all came up at international level. We said that no, there is importance, these mangrove ecosystems, they are of highly importance, and we need to conserve them, right? And if you, in a way, now you look at it, MISHTI scheme, somehow it is catering to our international जो हमारा program है, the initiative that we have launched, it is catering to that as well, ठीक है? Simple सी बात है. So what will be done under the scheme? Afforestation and reforestation will be done with the help of local communities, because you can imagine local community has to be aware about the benefits of the mangroves, right? And about the opportunities that they can create if mangroves exist there, about ecotourism or the other factors that are there, right? Because ultimately, if you keep in mind, first of all, deforestation either can be done by the government, right? So government on their end, they will try to reduce it, right? Apart from that, even the local people, they were also causing or adding to deforestation. Why? Because they needed land to do fisheries, because in fisheries they were finding more benefit, because A, they did not know how they can utilize the mangrove areas, right? B, even the government was promoting fisheries a lot, so a lot of subsidy and benefit and livelihood opportunities, locals, they found more on fishery sector than in the mangrove sector. So now at this point, government will try to teach them, right? You know, what are the benefits of mangrove and how they can utilize it, and also some financial support will also provided by the government to the local people, so that they can go and add the new saplings, means the new trees into the system, so that the aim of afforestation and deforestation, and our aim to increase the cover of mangroves by 540 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर in these 5 years that can be achieved. ठीक है, सिंपल सी ये स्कीम है. द लॉन्च ईयर ऑफ दिस स्कीम इज 2023. ठीक है, इन 2023 ईयर ये आपकी एनवायरमेंट डे के दिन लॉन्च हुई थी. And it falls under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. ठीक है, talking about the aim of this particular scheme, so that we have already understood, we have to promote and conserve the mangroves. ठीक है, mangroves are those trees species that exist in these areas. ठीक है, and how it will be done? When we are saying we have to conserve mangroves, so how that will be done? By doing the reforestation and afforestation along the coastal districts, right? And as per the recent PIB news, the number of states are 9 and the and the UTs are 3. ठीक है, अब tenure in 5 years, we are saying in 5 years that will be done. So from 23, 24 to 25, 27, 28 तब तक ये किया जाएगा. ठीक है, now talking about some of the key features. So the same thing that we have studied now, only those are here. ठीक है, कितना envisage करा है? Approximately 240 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर होना चाहिए. ठीक है, अब we are also saying that here the locals and the NGOs, they would be involved in providing the adding up the new saplings into the environment, right? तो financial support दिया जाएगा. ठीक है, अब financial support कैसे दिया जाएगा? Like for example, if government is saying that we are providing some financial support, so government should also have some funds kept for it, right? So the government is saying, if you look at the notification, it says that जो भी implementation होगा under the MISHTI, first of all the funding will be bear by the central and state government. Okay, now there will not be some additional fund that will be taken out for MISHTI, but the programs that are already running, from there only some fund will be taken for mangroves. For example देखो, in Manrega, what the aim of Manrega, there the employment is provided, right, to the locals, right, and some whatever be at the local level, the development has to be done. All the construction is done by the people or the beneficiaries of Manrega, right? So now they will only be involved, whatever funding that will be there for the construction, right? That money can be utilized for the buying of saplings and establishing saplings, and also in this way the Manrega people, the beneficiaries, will get a job, and the government can also complete their aim of doing reforestation or afforestation. Similarly, there is already a CAMPA fund that exists, right? Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Participatory Authority, right? So we have one such fund already existing, that is for afforestation only. Now the fund from that can be utilized for coastal regions where this reforestation or afforestation needs to be done, right? So there is no separate funding that will be done. There already exist many programs, from there only funding will be diverted at there, right? Now how much will be bear by center and how much will be by state? So in the official website it says that the government of India, like central government, they will contribute 80% of the project, right? Project will be launched, that there is a project that has been launched, that in a certain area, in the certain months, or in a year, this much area needs to be covered. So that's one project, right? Now 80% of that project cost will be bear by the central government, and the remaining 20% कौन करेगा? जो respective state government है, they will be contributing to the project, right? For buying the saplings, money is required. For planting it, if you are engaging laborers, they would require money, right? So there is some expenses that will be there if this project has to be run. So 80% will be borne by the central government and 20% will be borne by the state government. Okay. Apart from that, what else will be done? So these will be done by involving the local communities and NGOs. ठीक है, उनके through होगा, and that is under the scheme, the awareness will also be run. ठीक है, awareness to educate people about the importance of mangroves and their role, that how it would help ultimately them as a local people who live in that particular region, how it will help, and definitely this will help to have that ownership among the community. ठीक है, so that was all about the scheme that was there. ठीक है, again now if you look at for the restoration of mangrove forest, we understood that okay, there is a scheme that is known as mangrove initiative for shoreline habitats. ठीक है, shoreline habitats में है and tangible incomes. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे देखो it's been mentioned across 9 state and 3 UTs for the period of 5 years. ठीक है, अब ये आपकी latest news है which says 9 states and 3 UTs. That is why we have followed. If anytime, if in any source you are reading some other number and that is PIB only, please check that if it is before 5th of February 2024 or after that. If it is after that, go for the data, but if it is before that, please just टेक केयर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर इन्फॉर्मेशन ओनली, ठीक है. अब दिस वॉज ऑल अबाउट द स्कीम. नाउ अब क्या है, देयर इज अ होमवर्क फॉर यू ऑल, ठीक है. ट्राई टू अटेंड दिस, बट in the last session there was a confusion, right? There was a lot of confusion about Suryodaya Yojana and Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, right? So here's one information regarding that. See what happened when initially in 2020 abhi January 2024, when Prime Minister he announced that there is going to be one such scheme which we have studied about. He used the term Suryodaya Yojana, right? Then in February when the budget came, and then the government, they started sharing the aspirations that what are the things that need to be done under the scheme. They did not use the term Suryodaya Yojana, but instead of that they use this term Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, right? So there is a little bit discrepancy, right? There is no exact uh, differences that are there mentioned by the government of the two, about the two scheme, right? But when Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana was announced and its detail were discussed, it was observed that okay, it is much similar to what was said by Prime Minister about the Suryodaya Yojana, right? So it can be said in a way, pehle puri baat sunna, first let me complete, then try to understand. Because there was no separate name that was given, so it was then said that maybe this Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana is Suryodaya Yojana only. That is one thing, right? But in Suryodaya, then what happened? The government, they talked about only catering to BPL. But in your Muft Bijli Yojana, it is about the APL also. आपकी जो above poverty line है, उनको भी इसमें include किया गया है, right? Now what happens, what happened when मत्स्य संपदा योजना was launched, and अभी last year उसकी एक और उसका एक part आया था, ठीक है, मत्स्य संपदा का, where it was initially talked about just digitalization. But when the official notification came, then understood that okay, along with digitalization, there are other sub factor also that are there, ठीक है. अब ये जो डिस्क्रिपेंसी है कि इफ सूर्योदय इज अ सब कॉम्पोनेंट ऑफ मुफ्त बिजली योजना और नॉट, राइट, और बोथ विल बी catered same and only one guideline will be launched, right? This we will have more clarity when official notification will be out. Currently official notification, like official guideline, official notification is out, but guidelines are not there. When that proper detailed guidelines will come, no, that moment will be of more clarity. If Muft Bijli Yojana, if Suryodaya was sub-component of Muft Bijli, or they have now changed the name and only Muft Bijli is there, and for the BPL there will be loaning that will be done by the state government, which we studied in last session, right? I hope you remember. Or and for the APL, it will be, the cost will be bore by the beneficiary only, right? So for that I would request everybody that kindly wait for the guidelines, okay? Whenever it will be launched, I will come again with the session. But currently if in examination, देखो अभी का क्वेश्चन क्या है, इफ इन एग्जामिनेशन देयर कम्स क्वेश्चन विथ मुफ्त बिजली योजना, सो इन दैट केस व्हाट हैज टू बी डन, एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन इज ऑफ सूर्योदय, आई वुड से जस्ट टेक both of them to be as one only for now, okay? And whenever the notification of the official guidelines will be out, it will give more clarity, because currently yes, it's very vague information and it's just the speculation, because government first talked about a scheme and then from another name another scheme was announced, but it has similarity to what Prime Minister had said, right? So definitely you can keep them to be as one for now. However, there is a slight difference that I have told you before, right? For example, here in Muft Bijli case, the beneficiary would have to bear the additional cost. However, in the previous case, first of all, only in such area, such homes where the unit consumption is less than 300, only those will be taken into consideration, and the 60% of subsidy will be bear by central government and 40% will be taken as loan by the state government. There the beneficiary did not have to have any investment made, right? लेकिन अगर ये APL के लिए, so definitely वहाँ पे कुछ investment करनी होगी, and this is the subsidy that will be provided. Government says अगर 0 से 150 unit consumption is of that household, subsidy support will be somewhere around 30,000 to 60,000, ठीक है? 150 से 300 तक का है तो 60,000 से 78,000 and above. देखो यहाँ पे they are even talking about above 300 units, but in Suryodaya it was just said that till 300 only the household that would exist, they would get the benefit. So again I would say there is some discrepancy with how much similarity differences are there. However, currently I would say, because there is no separate names or launch that was done by government, consider them to be one. इसके बाद भी कोई confusion है, comment it down, I'll reply in the comment, but I hope आपको थोड़ी clarity हो गई हो. And there was also one confusion by Deepti Sharma that that there was some, you know, she read about something that is related to NTPC. ठीक है, अब इसमें हम what did we say? We said that, you know, there will be financial support that will be done to BPL by government. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे subsidy support भी दिया जा रहा है. तो basically there are some companies, आपकी NTPC है, NHPC है, EESL है, basically आपकी 8 जो आपकी ये PSUs हैं, ठीक है, they will do what? They will provide with some financial support under the scheme. ठीक है, तो आपने जो NTPC रीड करा है, फॉर अदर पीपल ऑल्सो यू कैन जस्ट हाईलाइट दैट इट कैन बी फ्रॉम योर इम्पोर्टेंस फ्रॉम एग्जामिनेशन पर्सपेक्टिव कि कितने आपके ऐसे PSUs और कंपनीज दे आर इंक्लूडेड. तो कितनी आपकी, यू कैन सी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. ठीक है, आपकी 8 कंपनीज है. यू कैन रीड आउट देयर नेम वंस और ट्वाइस, दैट माइट बी आस्क्ड इन योर एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है, तो ये आपकी कुछ कंपनीज है, दोज आर इंक्लूडेड इन प्रोवाइडिंग द फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट. ठीक है, आई होप नाउ it is all the things are clear. So that was all in this particular video. If you liked the video, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos, and to get the PDF of this lecture, please join our Telegram channel. The link of it is present in the description box below, and in this 24-hour time span you will get the PDF. ठीक है, ऐसे immediately थोड़ा possible नहीं होता है, but within 24 hours you will get the PDF. And thank you. That is all in the scheme. If you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. I'll definitely make a session on that. And if you have any query, please ask me. I will clear that. ठीक है, वो सब जो clarity हो जाएगी. And yeah, so thank you for watching the session, and suggestions and feedbacks are always welcome. Thank you.